Do you know where your dollars go, your hard-earned cash every single month? Groceries, rent, the movies? In this video, we'll look at 3 budgeting apps for iOS and Android to help your household track your expenses. But be warned, you may not like what you find. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel where we're all about helping you improve yourself, your home, and your community one small step at a time. Today we're focusing on your household and we're looking at 3 budgeting apps for iPhone and Android to help you track your expenses. Be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video though, because we have a few honorable mentions as well as a bonus tip. So let's jump in. Spending money is the easy part, right? You've got cash, credit, and debit cards. You can even pay with your phone now on Google Pay or Apple Pay. You've got all sorts of ways that you can spend money and probably 0 ways that you track your money. The first app we're going to look at today is a bare bones basic expense tracking app called Fudget, like budget with an F. But to look at that app, we're going to jump into my phone itself so you can see exactly what the app looks like. Fudget is a basic bare bones expense tracking app. It allows you to record your expenses, denote items as paid, and even automatically repeat certain bills each month. When you open the app, you'll be greeted with a home screen much like this one in bright orange. The paid version, you can change that background if you want. I've set up some sample budgets for us, so let's jump into February. You'll see a few different things going on here. At the very top, I've input an income, $3,500 as a salary, cell phone as an expense, utilities as an expense, groceries and grocery further down if you see that. And then if we wanted to add another expense, let's just say I went to a restaurant yesterday and it cost me $12. Add that in, it totals it. If I toggle between my income and expenses in the bottom left, you'll see it updates how much I've spent already. Notice it says I haven't paid any of these though, even though they're listed as expenses. If I check my balance, it is deducting them though from the income on the left, so that's how much I've spent. If I want to denote something as paid, for example a cell phone that's on an auto draft, I can go in and check paid, and then it adds that to the paid balance. Also, the star feature, if you swipe left, that allows those expenses to be automatically repeated every month. So if I check that and then log back out into March, you'll see mortgage and cell phone because they're starred are automatically repeated. Go back to February. If you want to see what you've spent visually, click on chart and you get a nice pie graph detailing your expenses. You can hit each section to see exactly what it details. Now here's one of the shortcomings of this app. Notice I had grocery and groceries in there. There's grocery, there's groceries. It's separating them. However, if I had input them as one item, it would add them together. So you might want to use categorical names for the items rather than, for example, a specific restaurant that you went to. Again, it's a bare bones app, but hey, it works. It allows you to track your expenses. And there you have it. That's Fudget, a basic no-frills app to track your expenses. Some of the positives, you can customize the time frame, weekly or monthly, for your budgets, and you get the added benefit of having to manually enter all your expenses, which creates additional awareness. Some of the drawbacks, however, are you have to manually enter all your expenses, which takes time. Also, because it's free, there are ads that pop up from time to time, and it's really easy to accidentally add or delete an expense. But all in all, it's a great way to get started tracking your expenses. Up next, we have the EveryDollar app, which is based on an envelope style of budgeting. When you log into the app, you'll see your income at the top, as well as any favorites you've checked, all of your other categories, which one thing I really appreciate is that it prompted me to set up all of these categories when I first logged in so that I didn't miss a single expense. If I want to add an expense, I click the plus in the bottom left, enter the amount in the place, or if I want to see all my transactions, I click that other button and I've got a nice list. I can also go back to the home screen and swipe right to see how much I've spent in every category, or I could swipe right one more time to see how much I have remaining in every category. If I wanted to see transactions by a category, I click that button, I see the amount I planned, the amount I've spent, and the amount I have remaining. Again, it's a simple, straightforward app that allows you to see all of your expenses in one place. And that's the EveryDollar app. It's a great alternative if you want to take advantage of a few more features when setting your monthly budget. Some of the positives, it's account-based, so you and your spouse can log into the same account and track your expenses on multiple devices. Another positive is that it has a browser version, so you can do all of this from your computer as well as access some graphs and charts about your monthly spending. Some of the drawbacks, again, you have to manually enter every expense, although the paid version does allow you to sync it with your bank account. Again, that's the EveryDollar app, a great step up from our first option. And last but certainly not least, we have the Mint app by Intuit, the same makers of QuickBooks. You'll notice that I'm on a desktop this time instead of a mobile device. The app is available on mobile devices, however, when I tried to record the screen, Mint prevented me from doing it on my cell phone, which is a nice little security feature built right in. Anyway, this app works just like the others where you can see an overview, you've got a transactional record, but I want to jump into the budget tab right here. You can see the various meters of some sample categories I've set up. So for example, health and fitness, food and dining. You'll see health and fitness is in the red, which means I've overspent that category. Yellow means I'm getting close. I don't have any of those right now, but if I added an expense, it would show up like that. Another neat feature is it categorizes anything that didn't hit one of your budgets and everything else below, so you can make sure that you're not missing any expenses. Up here on the right, you can also see your income versus your spending and how much you have left over. Again, I don't have any income in this sample account, so I'm just spending money. Another neat feature, goals. You can set up ways to pay off loans or credit card debt or save for retirement, buy a car. Let's jump into buy a car real quick. I have a price in mind, say $25,000. I will pay in full, so I'm trying to save $25,000. I'm trading in a car worth, I don't know, $3,000. So my down payment would be $23,000. I click next. I don't need to link this to an account. And then automatically it tells me how much I need to save each month if I want to do this in February of 2019. Let's change that, say about 7 years out, February of 2025. I need to be saving $279 a month to buy a car outright at that cost in 2025. That's a great feature there. Also, on the Trends tab, you can categorize different days up here in different ways. I've got bills and utilities, I've got business services, just quick things at a glance to see how you've spent your money. You can also export to a CSV file if you wanted to do that. Again, this is Mint, my favorite of the apps. And that's Mint, my personal favorite budgeting app for iPhone and Android. I use it almost every single day. Some of the positives, I love the color-coded progress bars, the green, the yellow, the red. At a quick glance, they allow me to see what categories I'm still under on and which categories I'm approaching my spending limit for the month. Another positive, I love the fact that I don't have to input expenses. It syncs automatically with my bank account, pulling the data every single day and categorizing it for me. Some of the downsides, however, it does require that you link it with a bank account. So if you're not comfortable with that, then this may not be the app for you. Another downside, there's an offers tab that you can't make go away because it is a free app. And so sometimes those offers might encourage you to sign up for a credit card or something else that we don't necessarily want to do because after all, we are trying to manage our money, not spend more of it. So again, that's Mint, my personal favorite app number 3 of 3. And don't forget, we promised you a bonus tip at the end of this video as well as an honorable mention app. Let's get to that honorable mention first. Spendee, spend with an EE on the end, is another great alternative for tracking your expenses. The feature I love most are the charts and graphs that quickly allow you to see how you've spent your money each month. I'll link that app below as well as all the others we've discussed today, so be sure to check those out. And for that bonus pro level tip, let's come back to Mint, my personal favorite app. If you set up an additional account under a separate email address, you can link it to your business banking account, say for a home-based business, for example. It'll automatically pull your expenses just like with your personal account, though you can categorize them as general operating, shipping, travel expenses. Maybe if you have taxes you want to categorize, you can do that. And then at the end of the month, you've got a report ready to go with all your expenses in one place. Sure, it's not QuickBooks, it's not Peachtree accounting software, but it's a great free alternative to simply track your expenses every month for your business. Be sure to give that a try. Question of the day. What budgeting app do you use? We want to hear from you about some other great options in the comments below, so be sure to share so others can benefit from those as well. If you like this video, be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and if you loved it, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos just like this one. Again, thanks for watching, and remember, you can do today well.